Hello everyone, my name is Andrea and I was born in the Andes of Peru. One of the most beautiful regions in the world and a great tourist destination. However, also one of the poorest regions in my country. 10 years ago, I was fortunate to receive an education abroad and I won a scholarship to one of the best universities in the world, to Oxford. However, going back to my country, I still struggle to understand why most developing programs didn't take into account the solutions or didn't appreciate fully the solutions that they were implementing and thought from the perspective of the beneficiaries. And let me explain this with a story. This is Juliana. Juliana was also born in the Andes of Peru. She has 3 children. She speaks Quechua. She speaks a little bit of Spanish. And she only attended primary school. Every day, Juliana works really hard to grow her business, a flower farm, dreaming that she can send her children to school, dreaming that they can complete an education, something she was never able to do. However, she doesn't know how to grow that business. And so that got me thinking, what do we need to do? What would need to change for Juliana to break out of that poverty trap and be the architect of her own future? Juliana is part of a Flowers Association, which, although it was created to cooperate, struggles to work together. And just as an example, every Sunday afternoon, by the end of the trading day, they are forced to undercut each other's prices in order to sell the remaining flowers. As you can imagine, it is very difficult to make a profit or to grow a business under these circumstances. And this is the case of many associations across the developing world. And this is why in 2015 we founded Salto Peru. In Salto, we aim to empower the people we work with and make them their architects of their own futures by helping them solve their business challenges. And so what we did with Juliana's association was organize their production so that they could cooperate, implement a marketing plan that connected them with clients that could pay them a higher price. And we also came up with 2 campaigns, a Mother's Day campaign and a Valentine's Day campaign, as you can see in the photo in the lower corner, where they were able to sell their produce at twice the original price. So beyond being able to improve their incomes, and what I'm proudest of, is that we were able to change the mindset. Change the mindset of people like Juliana, who realized that they too could solve their own problems and become the architects of their own future. And what is so different about our approach? What makes us different is that we work with local business students. And so we capitalize on their knowledge of local markets and traditions. They follow a training program where they are challenged with business cases adapted to their own communities. And we also put a lot of emphasis on their ability, on developing the ability to listen. Because we don't want them to come into the project and impose preconceived solutions. We want them to learn from the entrepreneur and to create an environment where both parties benefit. And so to date, we have worked with more than 300 entrepreneurs, more than 150 students, and we have benefited more than 2,000 people. And at the core, we fundamentally believe that everyone has the ability to become the architect of their own future and solve their own problems, irrespective of the conditions they were born in, their education, or their occupation. We think that flower farmers, artisans in the Andes of Peru and across the developing world can solve their own business challenges with dignity and respect. Thank you.